Mic check. Hello, very good afternoon to you, and nice to be here again. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate your presence. It's another beautiful day, a brand new week when we go ahead and look for opportunities in the market. Thank you very much from wherever you are joining. It's a brand new week. I hope you are having a great time. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope we can hit the ground running in this very brand new week and the beginning of new things to come. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. It's a beautiful day again when we go through the markets in the Nigerian market and, of course, in the foreign markets to look for opportunities to continue to grow our net worth. Thank you very much. Just in case you are joining for the first time, let me introduce myself. I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for building wealth, helping individuals and corporate organizations do so via investing in the capital and the money markets. We look through the US markets and, of course, the Nigerian market for opportunities. And so today, again, in the next 2 hours, we shall be doing so. I do this every day, Monday to Friday, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I hope we have a great one. Again, there are opportunities. They will keep coming. Ours is to get down to business and do our search. Good afternoon, everyone. This is how we go on with today's session. I would give us a quick preview of activities in the financial markets, particularly in the stock markets and the economy. And then, of course, I will also go ahead to give us current updates about the latest federal government savings bond for August. I hope you are set. If you are looking for regular cash flow, that's another way to look towards investing. So quick on to the previews right now. Nigerian exchange soared again 89.37% as investors gained 4.3 trillion naira. I hope you are amongst those who gained 4.3 trillion naira. I am surely amongst them. I'm going to make it very brief so we can keep running. The naira lost 0.3% as external reserves rose to about $2.16 billion in July. Of course, MTN Nigeria exceeded 10 trillion naira in post-earnings, and it looks like a public offer is looming for MTN because considering the challenges they had in the course of the last 1 year, they want to tidy up and make sure they continue to perform greatly. There are better anticipated earnings in the course of the next half of this year for MTN, and of course that means we have a lot to look forward to in that stock. Oil prices actually dipped as OPEC pushed ahead with output hikes. And then Nigerian stocks ended July as the best trading month so far, up 16.5%. I want to keep it brief. It's the beginning of the week, so we don't bug ourselves with too much details of what happened the last time and miss out on opportunities that are going on. So you're joining us on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of the channels. You are most welcome with your comments. As usual, we have our moderators. Maobi is on TikTok with Rehoboth, Gratitude Boss, and Oremos. And then we have Benita on YouTube. And of course, Luke is on Instagram. The idea is we'll keep responding to as many comments and questions as possible so that we don't keep you waiting for answers from me alone, especially those who will be asking questions also that have already been treated before they came in. We have the opportunity of our moderators taking care of those inquiries. All right, and then one more news before I go on to your comments. The Debt Management Office has launched the August 2025 Federal Government of Nigeria Savings Bonds, offering investors interest rates of up to 15.4% per annum. Subscription window opens today, Monday, August 4th, 2025, and will close this Friday, August 8th. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe. there are two specific offers: the 2-year offer, which comes at a lower interest rate of about 14+%, versus the 3-year offer, which comes at about 15+% as announced. If bond is your thing, or you just want to diversify your portfolio and make sure that you are covered on all fronts and you are looking forward to capital gains or cash flow income, then the FGN savings bond is good for you. They pay quarterly every 3 months. What is due you? So the rate you saw, 15% plus, is actually the annual rate, and that will be shared into 4 months that will be paid on a quarterly basis. By the way, you must have noticed that rates are dropping. I remember rates were at 18 a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I remember some years ago rates were as high as 25%. And when you see rates drop, that's good news to the Nigerian market, because it simply means the stock market will benefit, as there will be capital redeployment from the money market to the stock market. All right, on to your questions and comments. Thank you very much. Chemcare Natural, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Early Print Pera Enterprise, thank you. Gladys Edegware, good to see you also. These days, weekend looks like it's very long. Well, that's because perhaps we are enjoying what we are doing here. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, keep your comments coming in. It's now time to talk about what you are concerned about and your questions as we make progress in this live stream. By the way, by 1 p.m. as usual, the lines will be open on TikTok to receive your questions also on that platform. All right? What stocks were you waiting for? How well are they doing? Let's keep going. Good afternoon, Coach. Please, which stock will you advise me to invest for like 2 years? Though I do not like banks or breweries. Thank you, Igusman. Igusman, I have heard you. I think there are enough companies to invest in if you do not like banks or breweries. Perhaps you are an ethical investor who invests based on his principles and beliefs. So we go through the market to see. One stock continues to tear the charts. We're talking about Bitter Glass. Nobody can really explain what is going on with that stock. 422 naira per share. Do not buy Bitter Glass. That's not a recommendation at all. I just noticed it's been doing great. Well. Cadbury is at 62. Fast-moving consumer good, under pressure to keep dropping because there are 3 million offers versus 523,000 bids. So maybe you want to take a little position there and wait to see if it drops further, because that's a good long-term stock to buy. And then we look the way of Dangote Sugar, also dropping to 62 right now, having power to as high as about 75 last week or so. Looking to perhaps build a strong support around the 62 range. So good to enter some more at 62 if you are just trying to get a few. Okay. You do not like banks, so I will skip some banks and keep moving on. You do not also like breweries. I've taken note of that as well. Maybe you want to take a long-term position in livestock feeds, but their performance was not too wonderful. So you want to hold on to see if they consolidate well above 8 or they drop below 8 before you take a decision. All right? Okay. You may also want to consider TIP. It's under pressure, even though it's struggling to stay at 14, but I know it's not, doesn't have sufficient power to do that. So maybe look the way of TIP. Already before I could come back here, it's already down to 1330. And the bids are far more than the offer, so TIP will keep dropping. We wait to see if it will drop below 13. But that's another one you can consider. And then some very strong stocks you may want to look at that are not banks is MTN, perhaps. If your funds are so much, then you may want to consider MTN as well. Thank you very much. Cool Prince is asking, good day coach, is WAPCO still a good buy? Please, all right, let me take a look at what the situation is with WAPCO. WAPCO is only just trying to consolidate after a strong push. Maybe you wait to see, the offers are more than the bids, 2.2 million offers versus 1.8 million bids. In the long run, WAPCO is a very good stock to own. It looks like investors are looking beyond the Chinese new major investors that want to take over from the majority stakeholders. Maybe, just maybe, WAPCO may not be sold, may remain listed, and if that is the case, then it's a good buy. You just need more patience. So, as WAPCO tries to consolidate, maybe for today, I'm seeing bids at 145. Remember, the bids are lower than the offers, so it means you could also buy at 145, though it's currently 148, which is the lowest offer on the table right now. Fidelity seems to have woken up. It's all sympathy play, I can tell you. It's been stagnated for a while, and so it's understandable that it is now jumping to 11 naira 40 kobo from 10 naira 80 kobo it closed. I know a lot of people were frustrated with this stock for so long, staying around 9 naira for God knows how long. But, well, it looks like interest is mounting right now, 54 million bids versus 9 million offers, and the stock is now selling for 11 naira 40 kobo. All right. Keep your comments coming in. You know how we do it. Like, share this live session from all platforms you are. By so doing, you are getting more people involved to take advantage of the opportunities that we share. Good morning, Coach. God bless you for all you do. Please, can you explain what went wrong with Jaiz Bank? It is not among the equity shares. I could not check for the number of bids and offers. Tails and learn. I'll check to see, and I'd like to also know what platform you are checking from or who your stockbroker is. I'm trying to check for Jaiz now, just to check if we'll see how it goes. Jaiz, okay. I am also not seeing Jaiz Bank on the equity board. Maybe they have been relisted elsewhere. Let's see. It's a matter of just checking elsewhere to know where Jaiz Bank has been listed. And then we will find out from Atlas Portfolios where they took Jaiz Bank to. All right. Along the line, we will confirm exactly. I can't find Jaiz on the equity board as well. Okay, I'll keep you updated, and I'll check if Atlas is in the house to confirm what the status is. Can we, sir, we appreciate your effort. Please, sir, I would like to have a private class with you. KB or K equals B. Just DM me on Instagram for that plan of yours, okay? All right, so Tales and Learn, we will confirm from Atlas Portfolios. Atlas in the house, please can you explain to us where we can find Jaiz Bank? I'll have to bring you early on so that we can deal with this question, and I will let you rest until when it's time for question and answer at 1 p.m. Fidelity Bank, this morning I bought 20k units. Will I still qualify for dividend this year? Please, sir, the price Atlas charge, I don't understand. 30k difference higher than my price. We will need to take a good look at this ChemCare Natural. We've had to deal with this the other time, and hopefully it is dealt with again to your best understanding. If you have had the stock before, we will also know. Apart from the little commission they charge, I do not think anything should make it too expensive in terms of per share wise. So just wait for your contract note, which will be sent usually at the close of trading today. Latest by 4 p.m. on or before 4 p.m. They normally send contract notes for all transactions done. All right. So stay patient. We will find out. Is Atlas in the house? Please, can you explain how we can find Jai's Bank? Because it doesn't seem to be listed on the equities board anymore. Has it been relocated elsewhere? Please let us know. While we are waiting for feedback, perhaps they need to also confirm what the situation is. There's no need, nothing to panic or worry about, really. Your stocks are intact with CSCS, so nothing is missing. Coach, should I buy Northern Nigerian flour mills and at what price? Let's see what the situation is. It usually behaves as though it's uninterested, and then after a while, it begins to move. For now, we are at that state where it is uninterested, and we don't know how low it drops. Okay, I've just been informed that Jai's Bank is under non-interest. The Honcho, thank you very much for that update. So we go on to non-interest to find Jai's Bank. I see. Non-interest is the last. Oh yeah, that's it. Jai's Bank is at 3 naira 92 kobo non-interest, but you can't really check bid and offer status. So that's a concern that Atlas needs to look into. Jai's, one cannot assess bid and offer status. We really need that update because it helps our decision making a lot. Thank you very much for that update. So you now know, talking about ChemCare Natural, no, not ChemCare. Who asked the question about Jai's? Tales and Learn. Jai's is under non-interest. The very last item under all boards. Okay? All right. Coach, good afternoon. Between MTN, Okomo, and Presco, which is most solid for long term? If you want me to choose one for long term, I'll go with Presco. If you want me to choose because there could be more value going forward, maybe I'll consider MTN, right? But MTN needs to do a few tidying up to make progress. But I can tell you, you can close your eyes and choose between MTN and Presco. Meanwhile, do not ignore Okomo because big things are also happening. So long and short, they are actually very good stocks. 3 of them, you can close your eyes and pick one and still not go wrong as long as you are investing for the long term. Thank you very much. Oluchi Sam. Oluchi Sam says, is USCN a good buy today at the current market price? Oluchi Sam, I'm very sorry. I am now very weary about mentioning USCN at this point because I do not know the value of the business which they are trying to buy. It could be so great that it revalues USCN to say 100 naira or even 150, we don't know. But at this point, you're going to be taking a risk of a pullback, not because it's not as valuable as the price is today, but the risk of a heavy pullback may just be in the cards, and you don't want to be a victim. Currently, there are still very little USCN on offer, 91,000 versus 2 million bids. But you see, the 2 million bids are no longer very strong bids because the highest bidder currently is at 94, whereas the price is at 97 naira per share. So some consolidation is about to take place. If you believe in the long-term interest in USCN based on the fact that they are going to buy this business, I'm talking about the Chi Limited, the juice and yogurt manufacturing arm of Coca-Cola Nigeria, then you may want to proceed with your plan by waiting to consolidate. To buy when it consolidates. So that's my take on that. Is Charms good to buy now, Coach? Charms is very good to buy anytime as we speak, especially now that it is being ignored and looks like being dumped. Well, Charms is at 254 at the moment. Sometimes you never can predict how these stocks move. People were lining up for it at 3 and 350 recently, Now it's back to 258. So over to you to take a long-term position. Forte Travels, Chance rights issue is 1 naira 70 kobo. We are waiting to mop up all of that, right? Okay, is Fidelity Bank a good bank now, sir? Fidelity is a good bank. Nothing's going to happen to that bank. Forget the recent fears based on the court judgment. That's not enough to suddenly wipe away the quality fundamentals that stock has already. Chemela Kalo is asking, is VFD a good buy? Well, if you see it around 13, it's a good buy. Currently, VFD is at 13.40, which is okay. But make sure you are getting in there for the long term and that you will not be impatient to wait for it to bounce back fully. By the way, Vitafoam is on a bit of a bounce as it is now up to 81 naira 95 kobo. Bid and offers are almost about the same, so equilibrium situation there for Vitafoam. Remember, it closed at 78 naira 95 kobo on Friday, and now it's 81.95. Right? There is a suspicion that Vitafoam may do a bonus of 1 for 5. We are still waiting to hear. And then I need to clear some people who are wondering whether Aradel is ever going to pay interim dividend again. Well, it is standard, and Aradel will always pay interim dividends. What some people do not know is that, or did not understand, is that Aradel does not announce their interim dividend alongside with their half-year result because they are not paying it at that point. Interim dividend for Aradel is always announced during the Q3 results earnings season, if you like. So get set to hear from Aradel because their earnings is looking great, and they also make a lot more money in the second half of the year. So watch out for a bumper reward from Aradel as they continue to create value. Please be informed and don't be confused that you were supposed to have heard about interim dividend from Aradel. No, it is in the third quarter that they announce interim dividends. All right? Let's stay informed and stay invested. Wema Bank continues to hold strong at around 24 naira. That's a surprise leap that we have witnessed. Coach, what's happening? Okay, I have just missed that. Please, if I miss your comment, do well to keep repeating it so that I can revisit, because these things are scrolling faster than I can catch up. Coach, I want to look into these US stocks: NEO, NU, Robinhood, Path, DNA, RXRX. Someone has done his due diligence and just wants to cross-check. Well, Robinhood has a strong future ahead. There is a whole lot of sentiments in favor of that stock. And then, of course, NU also is a great, fundamentally sound stock for the future. NEO, the fundamentals have not been too wonderful, but there is a solid recovery coming on board, and that will ensure that it does not remain at under $5 per share. As for Path, DNA, and RXRX, I haven't done my research to know what the situation is with them. Okay. VFD good for long term? Yes. Good afternoon, Coach. I'm very happy to see you, sir. Please, sir, Atlas Portfolio has refused to create my account after I've completed the process. They gave me 72 hours, but this is 2 weeks. Justin Uday, do well to send them a message on their WhatsApp platform. If you do not have the number, please request it on the comment section where you are viewing from on YouTube, and definitely you will get the update. Someone will drop it there. Benita is on ground, one of our admins and moderator. She'll be able to drop it for you if you need their WhatsApp number. Victoria Osuji is asking, Coach, what's happening to Honeywell floor? Well, it's just apathy. You know, when there's no news coming forth from that end, some people who have been hoping with some impatient funds, if you like, they need to now move the funds elsewhere, especially if they find something more attractive. They will come rushing back later on when news emerges regarding Honeywell floor. So that's the situation with Honeywell, awaiting the listing and therefore waiting for any news here and there to determine what direction the stock may be taking. Good afternoon. Please, we'll like to buy, oh no, I missed this comment again. We'd like to buy Charms. Can you help me with more details? Pastor Awiliki. Charms is for the long term. And now that people are looking for quick deals, they might be selling to look elsewhere to come back much later. But I'm seeing some serious bidding war going on, 5.9, almost 6 million bids versus 6 million offers. So interest is beginning to build on Charms, but the price still remains down from the 2 naira 80 kobo it closed on Friday, currently at 258. So a good time to buy, and 258 is a very good price. In fact, you can buy as much as 260,000 Charms at 258, right? Okay. Good morning, Coach. Please talk about McNichols. Unfortunately, I do not have sufficient update about McNichols. I've always repeatedly missed looking at that stock particularly, right? It's on the growth sector, and 1 million shares have been traded already. 3 naira 50 kobo per share, which is the same price as of Friday. And there are 2.5 million bids versus 3.9 million offers. So the offers are more than the bids. We are watching to see what happens. Good morning, Coach. Please, what's happening to Cadbury? Well, Cadbury is trying to drink water from the marathon race. It ran from 40-something to about 60-something, almost 70. So this is when people should be buying stocks like this, because the long-term value of Cadbury still remains, at least it should be up to like 80 naira per share, or if not 100 naira going forward. And if you are investing in this day and age in these companies, you are not, unless you are looking for where to trade. Most of these stocks are not trading stocks anymore, having created so much value along the line. All right? So nothing much, nothing strange is happening with Cadbury. After a huge race, those who put in short-term funds will want to sell and move on with their money. Coach, please talk about UBA. Well, UBA is going to continually be hampered by the rights issue that is going on at 15 naira, or that is about to start at 15 naira. And so the price is surely not going to easily run past 50 on the floor of the exchange. In fact, continues to trade below the 50. Like I said last week, when you see it far lower than the 50, it's better. You know, last week it was 49, now it's 48. So every chance to buy it lower, for instance, if it goes as low as 46, then that would be a very good bargain, because that would mean about 4 naira discount you'll be buying instead of taking the rights. There are 20 million bids for UBA now. 20 million offers versus 8.4 million bids. So the difference is a lot. Good day, sir. Which penny stock can I get for a medium term? Penny stocks can be dangerous, Amarillo, especially in this season of rewards by the market. For those who are performing well are getting rewarded. So even the best performing penny stocks may just be retracing after being rewarded mightily. Well, if you still insist QTix is a good penny stock, you'll have to stay patient. One thing is, the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and you'll have to really be patient to benefit from such penny stocks. I would have suggested FCMB by when it was 9 naira, because it was a penny stock at that point, with the prospect of moving higher following the movement of most other bank stocks. But at this point, it's no longer a penny stock, now 11 naira plus. And usually that bank, every time there's a major move, before you know it, a whole lot of supplies comes in, and then the price crashes back. Okay? All right. Sir, currently Wema is doing well in the market. Is their previous dividend okay, sir? Well, they paid £1 per share dividend, and I do not think that is too wonderful to justify the 24, but it looks like they might just change and this time look towards paying dividend twice. I don't think they pay dividend twice as well. Ladies and gentlemen, interestingly, NEM Insurance continues to fly. Not looking back, now 25. Remember when I mentioned NEM Insurance at 15? Well, it continues to perform, and really, really impressively. I can tell you that. We keep going as we look for more opportunities. Coach, no sound on Instagram. Really? When did Instagram start refusing to take sounds? Please confirm if the sound is now better on Instagram. Instagram family, kindly confirm. Instagram family, please confirm that you have sound now. Please, sir, which stocks can I invest in now with just 100K? Well, it doesn't matter how much you have. Some stocks have been mentioned, and maybe you want to go ahead and take position in them. If you ask me now, the stocks I'm looking at are those stocks that have retraced. And Cadbury is one of them, but you know, 100,000 may not go too far for such a stock. I would also advise maybe you look the way of some penny stocks with prospects. If you like, you target FCMB dropping to around 10 to buy, hoping that it may rise back up just in case. Otherwise, you want to go for, I'm looking at CWG. It's currently at 17. It touched around 16 today, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it didn't reach 16, but CWG under 17 could be a very good, quick entry for anybody interested. Don't forget also, MRS is supposed to be listed on the NASD. If you have an NASD account, that's a good stock to take position in for the long term. Gracious Wunmi, thank you very much for giving me that feedback. Appreciate that. All right. Okay, keep your comments coming in. Coach, please, what's your thoughts on Dangote Sugar? Mexi 100. I've said it time and again. Dangote Sugar for the long term, every time you see it low, buy. I saw it at 61. Somebody cleared everything. It's now at 62. So feel free to take position. The bids are now climbing more than the offers for Dangote Sugar. 4.7 million bids versus 3 million offers. So over to you to decide what you want with that stock. Just have a long-term plan. And by the way, let me inform everybody on these platforms, from wherever you are watching from, that every view and opinion shared in my live stream, they are all my personal opinions. And of course, not financial advice. Do your due diligence as you invest, please. Good day, Coach. Please, can you list short-term stocks? Ndiwe Linda, I hardly do that because no one can time the market. I can tell you a short-term stock and you put short-term funds and things turn out the other way, and then your money is stuck. So you want to take full responsibility for whatever stock you are getting into, because you are dealing with the emotions of millions of people in the market. All right? On that note, I will advise you just go in to buy some of the good company stocks with good results that have been announced, and stay patient. By the way, we are coming from a very bullish market experience that is unusual from May till now. And so we are in a pullback season, and you have to be careful, especially if you are trying to invest short term. We've seen the likes of Mansard collapse from 13 naira that it rose to 10 naira 90 kobo as we speak. Meanwhile, the bid and offer status are about the same amount of 2 million shares each. Yet, you are seeing Mansard drop to 1090 from 1163 it closed on Friday. Anybody who is interested in short term, maybe you want to consider Vitafoam, even if it's as high as 81 naira 90 kobo right now. Vitafoam can easily jump back to almost 90 naira. It had touched 87 already, so maybe put your short-term funds in Vitafoam. A quick performance there for you. If you buy at 81, it can climb to 87 within this week or even touch 90. Bid and offer status of Vitafoam, 1.1 million bids versus 1 million offers. This is a Vitafoam we were buying at 25 and 30, all within this year. And now we're looking at it at 82. You get the point? But there is still some value in it, and I'm sure smart money will jump in there and take advantage. Vitafoam could be a good short-term stock. So I cannot now mention a stock like Wema that jumped from around 17 or thereabouts to 24, right? That's not going to be possible because from this 24 now, all you'll be seeing is sales and not offers. And not bids, too much bids. In any case, 4.5 million bids versus 3.4 million offers. So the bids are still slightly more than the offers. Neither can I come and mention USCN, for instance, which has gone on full bid as we speak. 97 naira 10 kobo per share. The proper valuation for the business they are trying to buy cannot be done right now because that business remains a private company until the deal is concluded, and then they reflect it in their annual report talking about USCN. We just do not know what value that business is bringing, but that's a fantastic business, and so the market is also being cautious in pricing in that value. Coach, I've been trying to buy charms with Bamboo app since morning, but they keep reversing my money. Dr. Papos, actually, I would like you to bid for charms. I'm sure you are seeing it at 2 naira 80 kobo, whereas charms can be bought for far less than that. Currently, charms is at 258. So instead of going with that price you are seeing on Bamboo, you can put in a bid at 2 naira 58 kobo and see, because there is still about 100,000 shares offered at 2 naira 58 kobo. Put in a bid for 258 and see if it goes. Don't do market order, go for limit order for your charms. Coach, please, how can someone take advantage of UBA offer? Very simple. Contact your stockbroker. I'm sure they've not released the offer prospectus for investors to start taking position, but if they have, then just proceed and do that. Coach, is Academy good to buy at the current price? That's coming from Kaka. A lot of people have made money on Academy. It's now on full offer. Okay, I would like you to exercise some caution. Now that it's on full offer, no longer looking attractive, 2 million offers, 0 bids, 496,000 shares traded so far. We need to reconfirm that they are really giving that 1 for 5. And if they are, then you just wait to see when offers begin to flow. Bids begins to come in for Academy Press. It has sound fundamentals. Surely all you need to do is wait and see. You can be fortunate enough, no more offers comes in and the price closes at 990 today. It means you can buy it cheaper tomorrow. So we need to dig in to confirm exactly whether they are really giving a 1 for 5 as was rumored last week. And if they are, then you look for the lowest possible price to buy. So this is not usually the time to buy a stock. You just wait, give it an opportunity to keep selling this low until tomorrow, when it could potentially lose another 10%, and then it makes it look even more fantastic. Yes? All right. Guy K says, please comment on Meristem brokerage firm. Atlas seems to be very slow in responding. Guy K, I'm not here to advertise any stockbroking firm. I only told you the broker I use, and everybody is at liberty to invest with any broker of their choice. Please note, there is no contract with any broker, and so we can't come and be singing the songs of brokers here with the time that we should use to analyze stocks, share opportunities. So everyone, you are at liberty to work with whichever broker you are interested in. Hi coach, please your thoughts on Mercure. Mercure, no information from me whatsoever. Willie Nudge, I haven't done no research and really can't comment about Mercure. What's the best entry price for Aradel today? Akudo Onyido. We saw Aradel getting some attention, 523 naira 50 kobo currently. Wow, there are a lot of offers, 7.5 million offers, and yet the price refuses to drop versus 743,000 bids. So this is actually a good time to continue to take position prior to when the third quarter results will be released, an interim dividend announced, because I know by that time Aradel will be out of reach. Can't continue to sell at 500-ish, right? Boa Foods flies to 529 naira per share from the 483. It closed on Friday. Let's see how strong the bid and offer is. Okay, 125,000 bids versus 104,000 offers regarding Boa Foods. That's the position with that stock. Coach, what's the best entry price for NIDF? N Gold is asking. Let me quickly run down to see what the bid and offer is for that stock as well. NIDF, currently 112 naira 90 kobo, down from the 113 naira, just 10 kobo from Friday's price. The bids are less than the offers, 240,000 bids versus 570,000 offers. Now that means if you put in at 112 naira 90 kobo, you will immediately be able to buy. But if you want to bargain, then you may want to put in at 111 and stick to your guns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much you have, especially those who come to say I have so and so million, I have so and so 100,000, C&I leasing is looking interesting at 6 naira 60 kobo at the moment. 1.7 million bids versus 659,000 offers. C&I leasing is another stock you may want to take for the medium to long term. Remember, I don't do short term, but if any stock rewards you in the short term, congratulations for that. Right? Okay. Keep your comments coming in. Don't relent, no matter what platforms you are on. And if I may have skipped your comment by any means, do well to repeat those comments as we progress in this live stream. Good day, coach. Please, stocks for 5,000 naira. Is that 5,000 naira? I don't understand your question. Ndiwe Linda, can you clarify? Will Zenith Bank and UBA Bank pay interim dividend this year? Joel Omoboriowo, yes. They both will pay interim dividend, usually around the end of September or October. So we are looking at within a space of 2 months, dividends will be paid. All right. Keep those comments coming in. We still have 15 minutes to take your comments before we go on to take your calls. You said C&I leasing, please. What is the ticker symbol? Victor Gerald, C&I leasing ticker symbol is CI leasing. All right. Okay. Good morning, coach. Which stocks to buy today under 5 naira? Unfortunately, under 5 naira has to be C&I leasing, which is not under 5 naira though. But I think you should consider that. C&I leasing is 670. Was 660 just now. Looks like somebody has gone to clear the 660 offers up to 670. Okay, there are still bids at 660, which is okay. The bids are mounting again, 2 million now versus 658,000. Otherwise, you want to stick with QTix since you are looking for under 5 naira. And maybe UPDC. Well, UPDC is also not under 5 naira. I think you are coming late for that range because most of these stocks were under 5 naira a couple of weeks ago. All right. How can one get Champs rights offer? Sherry Konko, never mind. They are awaiting approval by the Securities and Exchange Commission before the rights offer will be available for prescription. Has NIDF paid the proposed August 1st dividend? Bushan, yes, they have. Most of us have enjoyed our dividends already, deploying them into other stocks. Coach, is this a good time to take profit in UAC? And I'm almost 200% in profit and put my profit in tip. Official Mobos, you are the CEO of your portfolio and it's in perfect order to do so. Olu Adam says, thank you for all you do, coach. What's your thoughts on sovereign and sterling for a 6 to 7 months hold? No guarantees whatsoever. They can really do well. Depends on market sentiments 6 months from now. And if you are talking about January, February 2026, I can assure you that they should be doing better. But we do not know whether they may drop towards November, December, as most stocks do on the Nigerian exchange. So you want to keep your eyes on price movement before that time. All right, looks like more comments. Coach, please talk about Veritas. Veritas was heavily ignored for so long when it put in some very poor performances. But it's looking like there is more investor confidence in that stock right now as it continues to grow higher. On Friday, it powered to 1.39 naira. Now it's at 1.52 naira. And on full bid, 40.9 million bids, 0 offers. They've sold 31 million shares already. And so it looks like Veritas is coming back to what we knew it for. I remember buying Veritas at around 56 kobo. Is it 56? 60 kobo. Then bought some at 80 kobo. And I was planning I would hold Veritas for a long time. But they published a bad result that wiped away all of those fantastic fundamentals that I was seeing. This was a year or two ago. And then it's looking like they might have corrected something. And that's why the interest is building so much. I remember it lingering under 1 naira for a long time. And everybody who asked that time for penny stocks, I would always say Veritas, especially insurance, Veritas under 1 naira, Prestige under 1 naira. But you see, Veritas might just have cleaned up the mess. And now is the darling of the market again. 1.52 naira kobo. So sometimes we also buy stocks, having made all our projections, hoping we will hold for the long term. In fact, I gave my target of accumulating 20 million Veritas that time. And I was hoping I would buy and accumulate that much under 1 naira. I slowed down a bit before I eventually saw the results were not panning out the way I wanted. and then I had to sell off. I've made very good use of that money, so I have no regret whatsoever, because that's what the market does for you. Gives you an opportunity to right your wrongs. And of course, some may say you didn't wait, you could have waited, but you know, opportunity cost. We didn't learn economics for fun. Right from secondary school, when we started taking lessons in economics, up to the university where some of you borrowed economics, you will understand opportunity cost is a powerful tool that you must keep considering in your investment journey. All right? Okay. Hello, coach. How long is medium and long term? Opefaro. That's actually relative. For some, medium term could be 1 year or 6 months or 9 months. Some, medium term could be 1 to 2 years. While others, short term could be 6 months or 3 months. And then short term could also mean 1 year. But when it comes to long term, we're talking about from 3 years upwards or 5 years upwards. So it's purely relative, and there is no cast in stone method or formula for determining that. All right. Hello, coach. Is Okomu Oil paying dividends soon? Chomilicious, absolutely. Okomu Oil is paying interim dividend of 30 naira per share, even more than what Presco has announced as interim dividend. Coach, what stock can I buy with 40K in preparation for bear market? Look for the stocks that have not really risen so much. Like I said, C&I leasing. It hasn't really risen too much, so there's not much to lose. While I'm still talking, C&I leasing is now 6 naira 90 kobo. I hope I'm not triggering some people to buy. Well, it's up to everyone to do their due diligence and take action. I just bought 75,000 units of C&I leasing. Splendid lightings. Oh, really? Okay, congratulations. Hoping you have the stomach to wait and see it grow. 52 weeks high for C&I leasing is actually 9 naira 64 kobo, and 52 weeks low is 3 naira 16 kobo. So in the last 1 year, it has dropped to 9 naira. It has risen to as high as 9.64. And if you are buying at 6 naira 90 kobo, then that's a good margin of safety for you. But when you consider the 52 weeks low also at 3 something, you will know where they are coming from. And it's not been long, they rose from that 3 naira plus. That's why it's kind of consolidating when others are still trying to rise. Which of the bank stocks is very much undervalued now? Well, depends on what you mean by undervalue, because there are many fundamental terms, methods in determining an undervalued stock. And the little I can say is that Nigerian banks are actually undervalued generally. But if you are now talking in relation to the latest bull movement, for those that really haven't experienced that move, then you want to consider the likes of Fidelity and FCMB. They are both two banks that really haven't moved that much, considering the movement in the banking sector. Please kindly explain to me, according to UBA, that I qualify for 500 units of rights due of 38. Now, this is confusing. Confusing, number one, because I don't understand what you mean by due of 38. Confusing, number two, I don't know what to call you because your username is a number, a long number. So how do I identify you? If you want to make it easy, please use an identifiable username. So I don't know what to call you now, but I'm sure you understand I am responding to your question. All right? I've been trying to buy multi-tracks, no luck. Otungab on Instagram. Multi-tracks. What informed your decision to look for multi-tracks, please? Can you tell me this? Because you are about to be saved from a calamity, Otun Gab. Be careful with the kind of stocks you just decide to buy. Otherwise, you buy junk. Multi-tracks has no trading history on the platform whatsoever. Not even a 52 weeks high or low history. No activity going on regarding that stock, and it's selling at 36 kobo. It's quoted at 36 kobo per share. So my question to you is, why multi-tracks? I really need an answer so we can learn from your experience. Why multi-tracks, please? Otun Gab, please, can you explain? What's your take on Julius Berger? There's a price I want to see Julius Berger. Anything just below 100 naira will make Julius Berger a very attractive stock for me. In any case, let's check how much it is right now. Julius Berger is at 119. If I see it anything under 100, I don't care how the fundamentals look. That will be a good entry for me. In any case, 52 weeks low and high for Julius Berger is 100 naira. Wow, I didn't even know that. The lowest it has sold in the last 1 year is exactly 100 naira, while the highest it has sold is 172. They actually paid a dividend that was not really impressive, so the market punished that stock. That was talking about the full year dividend declared around February, March. So that's the situation with Julius Berger. If you are not following me, I can assure you, you are losing money. Can I tell you this? Exactly 1 month ago today, go and check my posts on Instagram. Today is the 4th of August. Exactly on the 4th of July, I posted that USCN still looked very good at 40 naira. Even though I started mentioning USCN all the way from when it was selling at 9 naira and at 15 naira. Guess what? From 1 month exactly ago, when I mentioned that USCN, I even mentioned in that post that though USCN is at 40, you can wait for a little pullback to around 33, 35, 38 and make entries. And do you know what? USCN actually retraced to those prices before it catapulted to where it is now. Can you believe that just in 1 month, if anybody went to buy USCN, you are now 142% up in profit. The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but sometimes it rewards us faster than we expect. 142% profit exactly 1 month after mentioning USCN on some of my social media handles. This is why you need to keep following me on all handles, because you will not know where next I post something. TikTok is for videos, so some of those quick posts, you don't get to see them on my TikTok page. So Twitter, Instagram, and Threads is where some of those posts goes. All right, Chomilisha says, I bought USCN. Fantastic. How much did you buy, Chomi? We are looking at 97 naira per share now for that stock. No one ever saw it coming. Oh, wow. Fortune Ojedama says, I did 1 month ago, and I am 163% up. Thank you, sir. Now, Fortune is firing on all cylinders. She's already a pro with the way she's going with her picks. She's not playing. Success Mindset said, I got USCN at 29. Interesting, isn't it? You see, Fortune has moved from a disappointing start, and she has shown bitter glass shege with the outcome of her current results. You know, she bought Bitter Glass at 60 or so, and then saw it deep and then sold it, and now it's 400 naira per share. But, well, she now does very deft moves like a pro on the soccer pitch, and that's really fantastic to see. Okay, coach, please, between Royal Caribbean and Carnival, oh, Ami has followed up my post on Instagram over the weekend. Royal Caribbean, okay, that takes us to the US market. It's 1 p.m., but I'll comment on that before we move. Ami is asking, between Royal Caribbean and Carnival Corporation, which of them do I suggest for medium term? Go for the cheapest amongst them. Royal Caribbean is actually the most expensive, 314. But you know what? They will keep selling because we are now into the season, like I published there. Year to date is just 35%. 1 year is 99%. Now, pre-COVID, these stocks were flying. But the moment COVID came, everything went down. And they are now fully back, fully recovered from the shock of COVID. There are more subscribers to cruise line, and we are now fully in the vacation season when so many more people will be engaging those companies. Cruise line companies, I have a watch list of US stocks which I shared. 4 of them have been screaming buys in my face, and I know that their time has finally come. So it is safe to say you may want to go for Carnival, but you know, sometimes the more confidence is in the bigger ones. You never can say. Since you have picked these two, I'd like you to decide. They are all undervalued as we speak currently. Honestly, they're actually undervalued, right? Carnival hasn't moved too much this year, just 15%, so there could be some serious upsides. The reason why I particularly mentioned them, apart from the fact that we are in vacation season when most of them will experience some huge revenue generation, we are in the better half for that industry as well, because after this vacation period up till September, they will still be receiving bookings against December. So cash flow, revenue flow, all of those things will really be much more wonderful now than it was in their first half. All right, so a good time to take position and wait for January when the full year results will be out for these companies. So decide and make up your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we proceed to the phone lines on TikTok so that we can now start receiving calls. Oh, we already have, goodness gracious, 18 guests waiting. Okay. I know that I saw Fortune waiting as the first caller even before 1, but unfortunately she's no longer there. So we proceed to who I'm seeing. I don't know who came first, but from what I'm seeing, we have Amarillo. So Amarillo, you are going to be our first caller for today. Please keep your environments quiet. Make sure that there is no background noise so we can communicate properly. Amarillo, good afternoon. It's good to have you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Amarillo. I'm calling from Spain.
Amarillo from Spain. Oh, that's another fantastic vacation spot. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate what you've been doing. Although I stopped into your live program like a month ago.
Okay.
And I'm thinking of going into investing into stock because before this time we have these bad feelings about Nigerian stock and how everything has been crumbling and things like that. But you don't give me the new hope. So now we invest into stock. I really appreciate your effort and your contribution towards
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Amarillo. Hopefully, you also benefit from what we are enjoying already. Enjoy your time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Kamara Bintu, next. Omen Reed Bilonia says, how can I call? Just tap on your screen, you will see the caller icons. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, are you there? Maybe Kamara Bintu has called in erroneously. Yusuf Wachidakwa, you are next. Yusuf, okay. Failed call. We go on to Splendid Lightings. Bobby Sheck says, I live abroad and I have registered with Atlas, but they haven't upgraded my account so I can trade on stocks. Please help me. Bobby Sheck, please can you, are you able to go on TikTok to type, in this live session now, to type your full names? Because Atlas is on the line there and they can be able to see and read. Okay. We missed that also. Cute Troy. Cute Troy, you are next. Hi, coach. For some of us that miss Bitter Glass UACN, any wants to watch for the future? To Ota Tut. I have always mentioned stocks here, and that's how it happens. Nobody knows which one will run fast. It's for you to take advantage of all that we have been mentioning here on a daily basis. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Kitty Troy. I'm in Nigeria, but I'm in an Arab here.
Where is Arab?
Bahrain to be precise.
Bahrain. You are very close to Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Awesome.
Okay, so I'm trying to put certain amounts of money, so but I'm confused. Maybe I should put it into stocks or mutual fund because I'm being careful. I don't want whereby I'm exposed to a kind of a risk. I've tried to calculate the returns on CPs, that's trading bills. I don't think it will give me what I'm expecting because I'm ready to put in the money for over a period of 5 years. So because I think that the level of your WhatsApp group since last year, not until you moved to this call, so I think I lost contact. Then by then I invested in Dangote, but unfortunately I think they brought out a particular report, so the price crashed, so it affected my stock, so I had to sell, and then by then I had to relax. Now I want to get back in, so I'm now having doubts. Maybe I should put it into mutual fund or stocks.
Oh my, you should have waited for that Dangote Sugar or Nascon, because you can see that they all rebounded and are now more profitable. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead and invest in the stock market. Mutual funds are too slow to grow in your money. And if you have been paying enough attention and being a part of this community, there's nothing to fear anymore, because you still keep getting updates about what's going on with the market, and then you can decide to divest from any stock you feel is not doing well. It's better than just keeping the money in mutual funds that does not give you much returns in terms of earnings.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Nagiru Asuku is asking whether or not he should sell his Wema Bank. He's already 114.5% up in Wema. He wants to sell half and perhaps bag his profit. Well, Nagiru, the ball is in your court. You can do as you will. Nobody knows tomorrow. Especially if you want to deploy it in something else, and then you feel greater, knowing fully well that there's nothing else to lose. So go ahead. You are the CEO of your portfolio. Thank you. Next caller is Aminu Muhammad. It's been a while. I think this is our friend in Germany, Aminu Muhammad. Let's hear from Aminu. Hello, Aminu. Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Coach.
All right, please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Amin Mohammed. I'm streaming from Hamburg, Germany.
Fantastic. All the way from Hamburg, Germany. Thank you for joining, Aminu. Please go ahead.
Okay, Coach, I think before I ask my question, I want to really appreciate you for what you've been doing. And I think from the last time we spoke, I have seen great improvements in my portfolio.
Tell us.
Okay, I think my portfolio is up from that time by like 50%. So I think I'm seeing great prospect, and it's giving me that hope that very soon I will be looking back to Nigeria
Wow.
and focus on my family.
Awesome.
So I want to ask you some question regarding this NIDF, because
Mhm.
I'm thinking of maybe accumulating it so that it will just be like a cash flow when I return back to Nigeria. It is sort of like a salary for me while I focus on doing my team. So that's why I'm wanting the application of that NIDF. So that I will channel it for sponsors.
Well, everyone to their own strategy, and I can understand very well your desire for a regular cash flow, so you do not look like you are missing out on not having a job that you are doing to give you income. NIDF accumulation, absolutely in order for your specific need. Aminu, go ahead and accumulate and keep collecting the quarterly dividends that NIDF surely and unfailingly continues to pay out. Beautiful thing about it is the dividend itself per share can continue to improve. The other day, I did a breakdown of the businesses that NIDF invests in. Most of them infrastructural businesses from which they collect rental income and cash flow from to distribute to shareholders as quarterly dividends. So you may go ahead. For instance, if you are able to accumulate up to 200,000 NIDF, that's a minimum 1 million plus every 3 months. And should that be increased to 400,000 NIDF, that means a minimum of 2 million naira every 3 months. And there is a chance that NIDF can increase the dividend per share from 5 naira plus to over 6 naira plus as time goes by. That will mean more money for you while you focus on any other thing you are doing without struggling for cash flow. Is that okay, Aminu?
Yeah, that's very clear. I really appreciate, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Come with your good work. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. So you see, I told you the other day that I am in your life to help you hit certain financial heights to the extent you now go and be able to do those things you have passion for. That's the whole essence of wealth creation. Wealth is not the cash that you accumulate, really. Wealth is the time the money you have accumulated can afford you. For instance, I'm here talking to you for free because wealth has provided me that time. I do not have to start running around for money. Listen, when you travel abroad, you will see how they live. It is we who prioritize work all our lives. There is time for leisure. There is time to take life easy and enjoy it, and not just work all day. Working under the pressure of salary is one of the worst conditions any human can experience. But working or doing a business because that's what you love, without the pressure of where or the next money you want to spend will come from, is the most beautiful life you can give to yourself. That's what I have experienced, and that's what I am trying to help as many of you who are interested to experience, because I know deep down that some of you may be working and even earning good salaries, but you are really not happy with that job. If you have such a feeling, then your destiny is far bigger than what you are doing now. And it is only by accumulating wealth that you can fully experience your true potentials in realizing that destiny. Some of you are actually business magnates waiting to emerge. Some of you are international business magnates waiting to acquire businesses across borders, transnational transactions. But work will just keep you in one corner. And if you do not wisely create wealth from your earnings now, you may not fulfill that potential. I hope somebody is hearing me and is really getting the lesson. Maybe you are sitting there saying, Coach, you are talking to me. Then indeed, you are the one I'm talking to. Just a couple of years from now, you can build this wealth. That's why I'm in your life. Makes sense? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please be informed that in the course of this week, maybe Wednesday and Thursday, or only Thursday, I may not be available for the live stream because of very important engagements I have to be involved in at about the same time. I'm trying my best to ensure it doesn't take the 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, but should it be that I'm not available on those 2 days, it's because of what I'm just informing you right now. And so I will try my best to update us on the Net Worth Investors Club on Discord. So if you are not on the Net Worth Investors Club, then you may want to find your way to get there so that you don't miss out on any other updates that shall be going on. Nad says, makes absolute sense, Coach. Thank you very much. Somebody is still asking about NSL Tech. Wealthy Kelechi says, sir, please check NSL Tech and advise if it's okay to accumulate it now. Please run away from such stock. Wealthy Kelechi, please run away from such a stock. The fundamental, absolutely poor. Do not chase what you call the hype. Please be safe. All right, there are so many callers, 20 standing by. I need to be fast. So guys, let's be fast and take up these calls so we can make progress in this live stream. Official mobiles, hello. Hello. All right. Error. I think most of these callers called in by error. We will see. Nurse Ewatomi. While Nurse Ewatomi is coming on board, I may want to respond to this comment by Nagiri Asuku. Says, Coach, I want to know which one to top up between Aradel and NIDF. Aradel and NIDF. Well, if you ask me, I would say go for Aradel right now because, well, the two of them are fine. They are both going to still pay dividend around September, October. So feel free, decide on which one is lesser. If you have the two already, which from your comment I can see, what you can do is top up on the lesser one, the one that you have fewer. Okay, all right. How to join the Discord group? JH. Send me a DM if you want to join the Discord group, and then request to join Network Investors Club or the Discord. Just say, I want to join the Discord group. I will send you the link. Discord group. All your requests should come to my Instagram page, please. Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. And then if you like, I will send you also the YouTube link. I think I may have enough time to create some YouTube videos to share on YouTube as well. But all your requests should come through my Instagram handle. All right, Adil86, you are next. And Kabir, while we are waiting to connect with Adil, says, Coach, I have some units of Cadbury. Can I top up or start with buying FCMB? Well,
hello,
good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
my name is Adel. I'm calling from Bayelsa, Yenagoa, to be precise.
Adel from Yenagoa, thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Coach, please, what is your take on PZ? PZ, is as if is on full offer. Is there any news that is making it to experience a massive sell-off? That's question number one. Then
Number two. Hello.
my Atlas portfolio, I've started using it. It's more than a week now. So I registered on CSCS portal so that I'm able to. Hello?
I'm with you.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello.
I registered on CSCS portal so I can be able to view up. Hello? Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay, I said I registered on CSCS portal so that I can be able to view all my portfolio at one place. But the Atlas portfolio seems not to be showing up. I don't know if there is any reason for that, sir. That's my second question, please.
Okay, I will let Atlas respond to your second. But while we are connecting with them, there's nothing wrong with PZ. It's just an up and down movement. Minority shareholders are not happy with the price being offered by the company itself, who is looking to delist. So it is not also on full offer. There are bids for PZ, but it's at 39 naira and downwards. 358,000 bids versus 1.5 million offers regarding PZ. That's the situation with PZ. Now let me have Atlas to respond to your second question. Hello, Atlas. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon. So I have an online access to view your portfolio from different houses under CSCS. You have to maintain the same CHN to view that. So you need to be sure if you are maintaining the same CHN with Atlas.
Yes, please. I am maintaining the same CHN with Atlas and other of my portfolio, but I seem not to be viewing Atlas on CSCS portal.
Alright, you might need to send us a complaint regarding this so we can follow up with CSCS. You state your username you are using to log in, then your CSCS number, your CHN number. So I think CSCS needs to probably work on updating your portal from their end.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. God bless you, sir.
All right, God bless you. Enjoy your day. On to the next caller, Zeno Casual. Looks like we can't get on to Zeno Casual. We go on to Fiki. Max says, good morning, coach. What's the minimum amount of shares one is expected to have to hold for long run? Minimum amount, nothing. Minimum value, nothing. Everything possible. Thank you very much. Financial Market Queen says, you didn't answer her question, coach. She asked your take in PZ. I responded to her question about PZ, where she said what is happening with it, that it's on full, why is it on full offer? And I responded to her that PZ is not on full offer. There are bids for PZ. And I explained further that maybe network denied you the chance to hear. Hello, Fiki. Are you there? We need to maximize the time. So if you call in and we are not able to hear, we proceed to the next. Zeno Casual. Kabir says she has some units of Cadbury. Can I top up or start with buying FCMB? You forgot to answer. Okay, Kabir, you can top up your Cadbury. But if you feel like going in for FCMB, I don't know if it still has a chance to move further. Just top up the one you need, especially if you are if it gives you the chance to average down. If it's average down, you are doing fine. But if it's not average down, if you bought lower than what the Cadbury sells for now, then you go for FCMB. I think that settles it. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Zeno Kadra. Zeno. I'm Zeno. Can you hear me, sir?
Where are you streaming from, sir?
Okay, I'm streaming from Benin. Benin.
Zeno from Benin. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, sir, what do you think about JPAC Gold and Lico?
US stocks. Are they US stocks, Zeno?
Hello?
Are they US stocks?
No, Nigeria stocks.
What did you mention again?
No, sir. I said JPAC Gold.
Japol.
JPAC Gold.
And what?
And Lico, ALLCO.
You mean ICO?
Lico Insurance.
Sir.
Okay, ICO Insurance.
Zeno, it's ICO Insurance. ICO Insurance is currently 2.39 naira kobo and has 15 million bids versus 3.9 million offers. So more interest is building up for ICO. I would say they could all disappear, but I am thinking you should have bought ICO maybe around 210. I'm not very sure that this is the best time to buy ICO, even if there are 15 million bids versus 3 million offers. Then for Japol Gold, Japol needs a lot of patience as well. We've seen it rise to 3 and then drop back below 3. But it looks like this may be a good time to take a long-term position. You have to be very patient with Japol. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Grace, you are next. Mirabelle Apple is asking for Atlas Portfolio's WhatsApp number. Please, someone respond. Hello, Grace. If we are not able to reach you, then maybe we will just proceed to the next caller. So, Mirabelle, perhaps you are next. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from. All right, Mirabel, you are in a very educational and knowledge-driven environment. And so it's important to know these things. CSCS is Central Securities Clearing System, where all stocks are warehoused, so that even if you have a stockbroker who gives you a platform to be able to see your shares, and the stockbroker is no longer in business, your stocks are still safe in the central depository of the CSCS, where all stocks are kept. Right? Now, if you open an account with any broker, in this case, you confirmed you've opened with Atlas as well, then they must have sent you an email detailing your account details, including your CSCS number. So you may want to first check very well amongst your inbox and spam mails for email received from Atlas showing you that. I want to ask a question. Have you ever received login details from Atlas? Login details from Atlas? Okay. Now, a lot of times the mails for login goes to spam mail, but good a thing you are here and Atlas is also here. Maybe if it's a matter, because if you didn't even see it, it must have expired. So they could just revisit your matter and revive your login. Hello, Atlas. Please, can you come in and attend to Mirabel?
In the comment section, I need her name so I can verify. Okay,
Okay. Write it. I don't know if you need to write that down in the comment section. And then they carry on from there so we can respond to others. All right. Thank you very much. So they will be sorting that out while we attend to other callers. Is that okay, Mirabel?
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Next caller is Lucky. God bless. Coach, you are doing great. I salute you. Thank you very much, sir. Coach, please, what can I invest in consistently for the next 4 years for dividend and what? Cavitation. I'm sure that was a typo. Musings and insights. I can guarantee you that consistently investing in a stock like Aradel will build you wealth consistently in the next 4 years. Consistently also investing in Dangote Sugar will build you wealth in the next 4 years. I will not deliberately go onto the banks yet, but I can tell you with some amount of certainty that that time frame you chose is fantastic for wealth creation, and you just need to stay patient, stay at it, keep building. Even if the stocks you buy at some point or another drops, you are building for a long term and you will never miss out. Also, quietly accumulating the dips in TIP will guarantee you such returns as you hope for. Lucky, God bless. It's the second time I'm trying to get you back up. Good afternoon. Your name and where you are streaming from. Lucky, God bless, from Delta State, Nigeria. Go ahead, Lucky. Transcorp, with the kind of result they published, is a good buy. The question now is, when will Tony Elumelu act to garner the interest of shareholders to accumulate that stock? That's the only thing. I can see there's a turnaround in Transcorp, but you just need to stay patient and watch if you have bought. What was your entry price? Okay, so it's still within your range and you will not be losing anything if you buy now. And as long as it is patient funds, you can go ahead. Unless you want to wait to hope that it drops below 50 so you can even buy cheaper. Why not? Because between now and the third quarter results release in October, we will have a situation where stocks will slow down. So you never know. All right, thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, in all your investing, you want to also glean or maybe take a cue from my small experience. Usually, as we approach election year, some level of investor apathy begins. That's the time we take advantage as well. This time around, it is not a total change of government from a non-existing to a brand new, like we had the last time. So the fear level will drop, will not be as bad as it was. How do I mean? We have a government in place now that is by the Constitution qualified to recontest. That comes with some level of certainty or some level of stability. Unlike when a government completes their tenure and it is now a contest between a new candidate, even if in the ruling party versus the rest. So I am already looking 1 year ahead and anticipating a situation where by this time next year, some foreign portfolio investments will be leaving the Nigerian market. Should such a situation occur, as historically proven, that's when you and I will have a chance to capitalize on the dip that may arise during that time. So let's keep it together and stay calm and wait for those opportunities when they arrive. You remember, 2026 is the pre-election year, and there's usually a sell-off. So this is to put in your notice, but not to put you in any form of fear, because, and this is why we advise you buy stocks that also are fundamentally sound and pays dividend, because when all other things fail in terms of capital gains, dividends will be there to continue to flow to your bank account. And then those dividends you can use to capitalize on any discount you see in the market regarding the sale of stocks at a very cheap price. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, next caller, Ami. While we are waiting for Ami, okay, we proceed to any other outstanding comments. So please take note, you shouldn't fear the fear of others. That's the whole essence of what I've been saying. And so that it's not when you should be making money, you now start running away from the market. Someone is saying Honeywell is dropping, but I recently saw some serious activity in Honeywell. And that has led Honeywell to 24.45, up from the 24 it closed on Friday. Bids slightly higher than offers, 4.6 million versus 4.2. Coach, please talk about UBA. Juliet, I think I've spoken about UBA severally. The rights issue is pegged at 50, and my genuine advice for anybody who is looking forward to buying the rights is to look also with a side eye at the market price on the floor of the stock exchange. If you see it cheaper than 50 naira, instead of buying the rights at 50, you concede your right, you reject it, and buy from the floor at 48. It's currently 48.90, could drop to 47, 46. You buy at 46 or 47, you are having a very good discount. And then the beauty of that is beyond the discount, number one. Number two, you will find yourself qualifying for the interim dividend due in October for payment. That's the wisest move that I advise all my followers to do. So, but if you go ahead and take up the rights, I do not see the rights qualifying for the forthcoming dividend in October, 2 months from now. And that doesn't make sense anymore, because normally it takes a couple of months for rights or public offers to be processed and allotment done. So if you understand all of this, you would want to pursue after UBA and secure it on the floor. Thank you. Hello. Ami, are you there? Or did you call in by error? Hello, Ami. Okay. Must have been an error, so we go on to the next caller. Vixen Bright. Vixen Bright, are you there? Good afternoon. Gladys Edegware is asking for Atlas Portfolio's number on YouTube. Please, somebody help and share. Okay, that must be a mistaken call as well. So we go on to iPosh Beauty. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, please, could you tell us your name and where you're streaming from? Sorry, I can hardly hear you. Looks like you are speaking from an earpiece. Could you speak directly to the mouthpiece of your phone?
Hello, can you hear me better?
Absolutely, thank you. Your name and where you're streaming from, we missed that.
Good afternoon, my name is Matilda, calling from London, UK.
Matilda from London, thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Coach, I'm actually working as a registered nurse. I have some idea that I think we spoke 2 weeks ago. I joined your live. And you sent me a link to join to register with Atlas. I've not been able to send the form after filling. But it says there a message on WhatsApp, and I'm just being a bit careful because they now sent me like some messages to fill out all my details manually. I just wanted to confirm if that is okay.
All right. I would like you to speak with Atlas since they are on the line so they can be able to explain further. Hello, Atlas. Could you respond to Matilda?
Yes, Miss Mrs. Matilda, the message is from Atlas and you can proceed. I'm sure at the end of the message you saw our official email address to forward all the details to. Okay.
So, Matilda,
Yes, sir.
be safe. Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then that's fine. Please, I have one.
Oh, my. So sorry. Matilda, you may call back in. Mistakenly put you off. I was preparing to, but unfortunately, my hands went faster than my mind. All right. So if you call in, we can get you back. But before then, we go on to the next caller. Stephen. Hello, coach. At what price can I buy Okomo oil now? Oh my, Okomo, let's see what the status is. Okomo is 1,142. It usually trades at that price and then closes at 1,050. That's because 100,000 transaction hasn't been done to move the price that high. So if you want to buy it intraday, then you should find a way. Currently, you can buy at 144.70. Otherwise, the cheapest, the lowest bid for now is 1,142. But if you are buying immediately, you can see it at 1,144. King's Kids Hub says, I can't buy Jais on Atlas. Why can't you buy Jais? It's listed on non-interest. My own worry is, yes, you can't do bid and offer, you can't buy. So Atlas, please take a look at this Jais listing on non-interest. The bid, the buy, sell dialog box is not highlighted, and so one cannot make any move. That's dangerous, especially if they decide to sell. Jais is going up $3.99 as we speak. So please, Atlas, kindly do something about this Jais. Let the technical team take another look at it. Buy, sell, market ordered analysis not available for Jais. Okay, more of your calls. We have about 11 minutes more. Can we go fast? Omenyuru Esther. Let's make it fast. Coach, I received an email from Charms concerning dividend payment, but my name is not shortlisted. How? What kind of email is that? Okay, that call is not connecting. We proceed to the next, and that is Gabi. DG and Gadget said, good afternoon, sir. I'm new here and I'm glad. We are more glad to have you. Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Thank you very much. Oh, and finally it gets to your turn. Wow. Awesome.
Now this is where my problem starts. When it is about time to start repaying the labor for the dividend, I remember I mentioned it on the platform about the other day or there. I didn't get attention to so many things. Anytime I fill in the shares and it's been filled, the broker I'm using will send a confirmation and stuff. But I normally get another text message from something X-rated.
Yes.
Always aggressive
First off, yes, very possible. Just like you can have as many bank accounts as possible. You can have as many brokers as you want.
Okay. So, but have you experienced that problem I'm facing before? Or someone have experienced it? Because I don't see reason why they will address me as they are not found. I mean, I have CHS number and I have CSS number.
Well, this is just too much. The mix-up is a lot, and they need to own up somewhere, somehow. They've mixed up your items, and now you are not in town. Have you reached out to Coronation directly?
I've reached out to Coronation. I sent a message to them. They said that does not match their record as when show the evaluation report I always get from my broker. They said they can see it, but they need to see my CSS statement, which is where I got stuck. My broker cannot provide it. The last email they sent to me, oh, there's a glitch in retrieving the statement. It's like there's a glitch. I open my account with you. You provide me CSS number. You provide me CSS number. What is the glitch?
Okay, I am thinking maybe you should subscribe to CSCS Direct, because there is also an opportunity to register with CSCS directly, pay the subscription. Annual subscription was around 5,000 or something like that, and then you can access your CSS account directly yourself. I don't know if Atlas can weigh in on this and maybe give a little advice here and there. Hello Atlas, can you help with a suggestion? Accessorized by Camlex. Yes, the replay is on my YouTube channel. 5 minutes after the live session, the YouTube channel has the full replay on a daily. And of course, the time is 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Friday. Okay? Hello, Atlas, can you help? Looks like Atlas is not available with a comment. So I think it's time to email Meristem with a strong word and copy copy SEC in that email. You've made a very strong point. They opened an account for you. They were the one who processed your CSCS state account and generated a number. So there is no reason why you should keep being left in the dark regarding your current CSCS statement. Tell them if they don't act on it and rectify whatever it is, you would petition SEC against them. If you like, send me a DM on Instagram. I can send you the SEC email address. Thank you, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes to go. Yes, I missed Posh Beauty. Posh Beauty was going to say something, and I erroneously cut the line off. Hello, can we have what you needed to say? Sorry about that mix-up that time. Hello, good afternoon. You were going to say something before the line went off.
Yes, thanks for having me back. I was just going to say I've completed all the required steps as instructed, and aside from the Atlas registration, what would you recommend as the next line of action? Because I have some idle funds that I would like to put into investments.
Fine.
That's a big world.
All you need to do. Okay, you will need some foundational videos, not too many, just one is enough to show you, to give you a good understanding of how the market works. Send me a DM on Instagram, I'll forward it to you. It's on my YouTube, I'll forward the link to you because there are so many videos. Take your time, go through those videos. It will create that baseline foundation of what happens in the markets, so you can have a good idea when you hear about recommendations. Going forward, you can now demand for Atlas Portfolio's bank account details to transfer your capital. But my advice is, in the transaction narration column, indicate your full name and your CHN number. Yes, when they open your account, they will send you a CHN number. You will see it. So every time you are making a transfer, indicate your full name as transaction narration and the CHN number. That way they can easily track and credit your dashboard to enable you trade. Is that fine?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 p.m. Nigerian time, it's that time when we call it a day here in this live stream. I hope you had a great time. Dangote Sugar continues to sell at 62, down 4 naira plus from the closing price the previous Friday, the last trading day. Sorry for anyone whose call I've not been able to take as a result of too many things calling for my attention. Mfon Ekipa has been asking about SCOA. SCOA Motors has not much financial details for me to okay. I did a comparison between SCOA and RT Briscoe the other day, and I stated clearly RT Briscoe's numbers are looking better than SCOA, yet SCOA continues to sell higher at 550 and it's on full bid. But you see, the numbers, the volume is always very low with SCOA. In any case, you want to stay safe and be sure what you're investing on. If there is no external activity that is encouraging that price, then please stay safe. And I saw Boa Cement jumping to 150 naira per share. Well, as for those of us in Boa, we just continue to enjoy the ride. And until tomorrow, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, we meet again to analyze markets. This is me saying thank you very much to all my moderators in the house, Benita on YouTube, Maobi on TikTok, and Lucky on Instagram. Thank you very much, everybody who has liked and shared and given gifts in this live stream. All your screen actions and efforts have brought in more people joining for the first time to take advantage of the ideas we share. Please, if you have any question, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. If you like to join the Network Investors Club, we are nearing 3,000 members now, over 2,800 members already. Join. There are a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora and Nigerians in Nigeria and some foreigners in that group. On a daily basis and on 24 hours basis, in fact, you will have the chance to continue to follow market trends, analysis, news updates, and all that outside the 2 hours live stream. And if you missed the live stream because you are in US or Canada due to time difference, or because you are at work anywhere in the world, you can always access the full video on my YouTube channel. Just click on the link tree on my bio on whatever platform you are watching from. You will see the YouTube icon. Click on it. It will take you straight to my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe for free, and then you are able to access the videos. Today's video will be available immediately. We shut down 5 minutes after this live session. Until we meet again tomorrow, stay safe, stay invested. Let's continue to build wealth together. Thank you very much. Apologies if I didn't get to eventually respond to your comments or your call. Tomorrow again, we'll do it. Until then, this is me saying thank you very much and bye for now. See you again tomorrow.